Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS news for Friday, October 19. 58 families in Caenwood, Trelawney are the latest to secure their keys as government moves to expand home ownership across the island. The National Housing Trust, NHT, built the 58 detached two-bedroom units at a cost of over $190 million. Individual unit costs start at $11.5 million. At this Wednesday's handing over ceremony, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said the long-term sustainability of developments like this would require local municipalities to ensure that the town and country regulations are enforced.
So, too often I've seen communities, lovely homes like this, but all of a sudden you have a bar, you have garage, you have beauty salon, you have supermarket, literally, you have block making, and I have seen cases where people even come and set up funeral parlor.
The Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC, is expressing optimism that Jamaica's economic growth momentum will be sustained. Co-chairman Keith Duncan points to data from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, which indicates that the economy grew by 2.2% during the April to June quarter of this year.
As growth levels continue to increase quarter over quarter, we are hopeful that with an accommodative monetary policy enabling growth in credit to the private sector, the stimulus provided by the significant increase in capital expenditure, and an overall optimism for a stronger economy, as evidenced by the surveys, stronger economy by both business and consumers, this growth momentum will continue.
Mr. Duncan was speaking during EPOC's quarterly media briefing earlier this week. He said the prevailing monetary conditions in the domestic market, spurred by the Bank of Jamaica monetary policy, were increasingly accommodative. These, he said, were likely to drive higher than anticipated private sector credit growth, which rose to 16% in July. The Salem Beach in St. Ann is being upgraded by the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF, at a cost of $26 million. Ground was broken for the official start of the project on Wednesday. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says locals must have access to and be able to enjoy their country's natural resources, including the island's best beaches. Salem Beach will be upgraded to include the construction of 2 gazebos, restrooms, a wash-off stand, parking facilities, landscaping, and proper sewage treatment system. Construction will be completed within the next 4 months, and the grand opening is set for February 2019.
There is little doubt that this wonderful beach is one of Salem's main attractions. By strengthening Salem Beach as a destination, we will help to improve the town's tourism economy, diversifies its offerings, and thereby enhances economic competitiveness.
Under the National Beach Development Program, the Tourism Ministry is upgrading 10 beaches this fiscal year. Meanwhile, the Jamaica Center for Tourism Innovation, JCTI, will be training 8,000 tourism workers within the next 5 years. Portfolio Minister Edmund Bartlett says close to 1,000 persons will also be certified by the JCTI by the end of the 2018-2019 financial year.
We are determined that within the shortest possible time, we are going to create a cadre of trained and certified professional workers of our industry that will make it impossible for anyone to say that we can find better workers outside of Jamaica.
The minister says the demand for trained hospitality workers is increasing as the accommodation sector expands. He made the remarks on Wednesday as 250 persons received their JCTI certification, as well as certificates from the American Culinary Federation and the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute. The graduates are among 350 who have been trained and certified by the JCTI in less than a year. They include 14 certified hospitality educators, 9 hospitality instructors, 17 culinary tutors, 12 culinarians and pastry chefs, 20 bartender trainers, and more than 200 bartenders. And finally, the special education policy is now before Cabinet for approval. The news was revealed by Education Minister Senator Ruel Reid at the 2018 annual conference of the Association of Principals and Vice Principals of Secondary Schools. It was held at the Jewel Grand Montego Bay Resort and Spa recently. The policy was drafted by the ministry's Special Education Unit. It seeks to ensure equity and access to educational opportunities and to promote a system of inclusive education for special needs students. Senator Reid says his ministry will also be providing financial and technical support for a new program at the School for Therapy, Education and Parenting of Children with Multiple Disabilities, STEP Center in Kingston.
We accommodate students for external exams, extended time, reader-writers, examination in alternative format, breaks or prompters. A psychoeducational assessment report or a medical report must be presented with a request for accommodation on registering for a national exam.
The program targets early childhood students who have physical disabilities and equips them to transition to the primary level. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.